Located in a secret bunker deep beneath Swinburne University, Morgan and Dom broadcast a morning show, the likes of which have never been heard before. From that bunker, this is that morning show. It's time for Wake Up with Morgan and Dom.
Hello, welcome back to Monday.
And Wake Up.
Wake Up with Morgan and Dom. I'm Dom.
That important part. And I'm Morgan.
Yes, well,
Hey.
Gosh, it's been a long week since we last spoke.
Yeah, it has been. It's been a bit more than a week.
Well, it has, but I'm not sure anyone figured out that...
I think lots of people figured out. We did explicitly tell them.
Did we? I don't think we ever actually told them that I was off doing other duties at the time we would normally do the show last week, but whatever.
I think we covered it well.
Yeah, I think we did, and I think...
And we've come back pretty well this week. We're 3 minutes late. We were set up. We were in here like...
Maybe we should just do this every fortnight because we're 10 minutes seriously before we start normally.
Yeah, we are doing really well this week.
I don't know what happened. And we've started so well.
Yeah,
this might just fall apart.
It could fall apart. But
it's either a sign that we're getting good at this or that it's just going to all go to hell.
We'll see. What have we got up this week, Dominic?
That's okay. What we've got this week is a whole range of things. We're actually prepared.
We're very prepared.
We've got a printed rundown and everything. We're going to discuss some awkward conversations.
It's going to be, let's see how that goes.
There's going to be the triumphant return of Dominic's fast food corner. Don't worry about that. We're going to play Unwilling Correspondent.
I love
segment.
Unwilling Correspondent.
And we still haven't renamed Real Talk. We're going to do some Real Talk.
We're going to do some Real Talk. And we will see where it goes from there, won't we?
We will. But, we're also going to play some really awesome tunes. So.
Are we going to do that now, though?
Whatever, yeah.
Yeah, right.
No,
Here's some tunes, guys. Hello, Dominic.
Hey, Morgan. How you doing?
Good.
That's good.
So, just before we start the conversation, should we pimp it out?
We should pimp out the website.
www.morgananddom.com.
Morgananddom.com. It's our fantastic website where you can find...
I'd love to take credit for it, but it's all Dom's wonderful work here.
Yeah, well, you can find all the past episodes of the show there. There's links to all of our YouTube videos and everything like that.
It's all sorts wonderful pictures of us.
There is. We should take a picture of us right now.
Because no one can see what we look like.
Take a picture of us and post it on the website during the next song.
While we're taking the picture, Dom.
Yes, Morgan.
Have you ever been in one of those conversations where the conversation just drops awkwardly? There's nothing, no one's talking? Yeah? Have you ever been in those conversations? Are you doing it to me right now? Is that what's happening?
I was trying to, yeah. I have been in a couple of those conversations.
Dom, we can't have those conversations on air.
You're right. No,
you're right.
We can't. It makes for terrible radio.
But do you have any icebreakers you like to use on occasion? What do you like to use?
Oh, I don't know. I don't have a very good repertoire of icebreakers.
You don't have anything your old faithfuls?
Well, being...
What happens if a conversation falls silent?
Being in university, you do the whole, what are you studying? How far along is that? Are you enjoying it? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. And then, if it doesn't go anywhere, then I just sort of make my excuses and leave.
See, I have two that I use on a regular basis. My first one is like, smile for the picture.
Hey!
Okay, so, sorry audience, we just took a selfie. So when it comes to...
Morgananddom.com.
Yeah, morgananddom.com, check it out. When it comes to there's a drop in conversation, my first go-to, one of the ones I use most regularly is like, come here often?
Oh God!
It's great because it breaks,
it's
especially
awful.
if you're with people. It's like no, we don't come here on a regular basis. Mm-hmm. I think last time I used this, I was in theater. I do a production. We're in the theater, and we stopped talking, and it's like, come here often, and it gets a bit of a laugh because everyone's like, no, we only come here.
Where do you go from that?
Like, it's kind of like everyone starts laughing, and then it's like, oh no, I only come here like every now and then. The conversation picks back up again. But my most interesting one. This is one I like to use with people I don't know very well because it actually can tell you a lot about them. It's like So the conversation drops. It's like, if you could have any superpower, what would it be? And usually people really get into this question. They like to answer like, so Dom, if you could have a superpower, what would it be? See, they have to have a think about it, but their answer is usually pretty telling. Some people can't decide. Time travel? Why? And then you can ask more questions. Like, why, Dom?
It's clearly the best.
Why would you like... But you got to give more than that. Why do you like time travel, Dominic?
Well, the time travel with the provision that you can also travel through space. Sort of like a space-time teleport is clearly the best. And you like the idea of that? Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm more of myself. I have a lot of different... I reckon,
if you're going to pick flight, I can tell you why it's wrong.
I reckon teleportation would be pretty cool. I like the idea of pyrokinesis, where you can catch on fire and Sunspot in the latest X-Men movie.
But we've invented matches, so that doesn't really...
Yeah, but you can't...
If you want to set things on fire,
if I attacked you with a match, it wouldn't be very... If I went...
Yeah, but we've sort of, as a species, already commanded fire.
Yeah,
We haven't commanded
it'd be cool
space-time teleportation.
that we know of.
Well, there you
But
go.
as you can see, we've just stemmed a wonderful conversation out of that.
Gosh, you're right.
Isn't that one of the best icebreakers? I tell
You've just given a life pro tip.
Do you want
everyone.
to have another really good icebreaker?
Sure.
This is a Father's Day specific. For all you dads out there,
Yep.
how much does a polar bear weigh?
How much does it?
Enough to break the ice.
Oh dear.
That was
Oh,
for all you dads out there. That was a
no,
wonderful icebreaker you can
no.
use if you are in fact a dad.
Does that break the ice, or does it just break the conversation? If someone's... The only ice that would break would be the one in my glass when I just drop it and leave. Like...
Dom is out of the building,
I'm
ladies
just
and
gonna
gentlemen.
walk
He is
away.
walking out. So yeah, we're talking about icebreakers and then awkward conversation, Dom. I recently...
Was that a cue? Should I...
No, just don't start talking. It'll get too awkward. On the way to the radio today, I was cornered on outside of Coles. And they were like, people that talk to you like, oh, hey, how are you? What's your name? What are you studying? Do you have money and do you want to donate to us?
Oh,
luckily,
I
hate
those.
Luckily, I was aware they were looking for like 21-year-olds, and I'm 20, so I didn't have to lie. But it's like, how old are you? I'm like, oh, I'm 20. They're like, oh, that's okay. And I'm like, yeah, cool. I was like, if I'm underage, it's like 21. It's like, I always be like, oh, I'll come back next year. I promise. I'm not gonna.
No.
But it's like, are you one of those people that walk straight on and ignore them, or do you engage them in a chat?
Past the people trying to solicit donations on the street.
Yeah.
I just walk straight past them.
You just keep on going?
In my mind, I want to like yell at them. I really want the conversation to go down basically, you know, hi, can I have a chat? And I'll just go, who are you with? Miscellaneous charity. I'll just add that to my list of charities to never donate to because I don't approve this practice.
Well, I'm poor, so that usually gets me really well. Like, I think I used to have this get this a lot in Paran because I'd walk down Chapel Street, there'd be heaps of them. My preferred tactic is to engage them in conversation. I like talking to people. I'll engage them in a lengthy 10-minute conversation about, oh yeah, how are you? Oh yeah, we're doing blah blah blah. So can you donate? Oh no, A, I'm underage, or B, I'm poor and I can't afford to. So they've spent 10 minutes talking, and they don't mind it because that's what their job to do. And I've had a good conversation. It's killed a bit of time, and I get out of scot-free. I like to just talk to them.
That's good. I mean,
Yeah. One day when I'm rich, it's going to backfire, and I'm going to be like, well, and it's like, no, you're rich. I know you. You have money. Look what you're wearing.
You've got.
You're not a uni student anymore. You've clearly got money.
I thought that would. I'm right. You just because
one day
of
I'm
what
going to
you
be
were
20.
wearing.
Yeah.
I genuinely thought that you were going to get recognised, and you
No,
thought that this radio show had such a high profile that people would, even though it is in voice only,
one day,
your voice would.
One day, morgananddom.com. But yeah, so like, I think it's nice to chat to them. They get ignored a lot. It's like the I don't do that to telemarketers though. I just hang up on them because.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's those awkward. So I don't find it awkward being approached. I try to avoid it, but if not, I'll chat to them. And next year it's going to get a whole lot harder because I will be 21 and I won't be able to be like, oh, well, you're not 21. Well, you're not 21. You can't. I'll be 21.
You don't have to be polite. I mean, they're not being polite to you.
Yeah, but this is
just
this is why we
straight
work,
on
Dom. I'm a
past.
nice guy. You're not.
Oh, that's awful.
I'm good cop. You're bad cop.
Walk straight past.
Just keep on walking.
Just keep on walking.
What about if I go like, oh yeah, well I'm not, but what's your superpower?
Play a song.
Play a song.
Play a song.
I'm sorry, audience. Dom is actually telling me to play a song. Wow, this is all right. Here's the song, guys.
Is it about polar bears?
It is not about polar bears.
You're listening to Wake Up with Morgan and Dom.
morgananddom.com.
So, just before we go on to the next segment, we got some text messages. It's exciting.
We never get text messages.
Yeah.
Well, we do sometimes.
Yeah,
get
we do
text
sometimes
messages.
get text messages.
And if you'd like to text us, you can do so at 0416 335 028.
Exactly. But this person kindly sent in their icebreaker, which is stolen from the television show How I Met Your Mother, which is, did you know mushrooms are carnivorous? Probably. And they've also sent in their power.
The superpower?
Their answer to the superpower question. It's called, this is an interesting one, probability manipulation. Like, you can be like, 100 chance I win $1 million today, or 100% chance I can get away with this murder. Two different aspects there. We've got a person looking for money, and then we've got a bit of a villain growing there as well.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm not sure about probability manipulation.
Yeah, it sounds like an interesting one. But for now, do you want to move on to Real Talk?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's move on to Real Talk.
Morgan's Real Talk.
That was Morgan's Real Talk.
How great's the intro?
Yeah, it's so good.
Seriously, can somebody please
make something. Do it,
show
please.
at morgananddom.com.
Yeah, in the last song we played was in fact a little bit of a movie intro. That was A Little Party Never Killed Nobody by Fergie, Q-Tip and Goonrock from The Great Gatsby, which is very well known for its soundtrack considering it's an old movie with a bit more modern music. But for now we are going to play you guys the trailer for a movie. See if you can guess what it is. I'll tell you when it comes back. Alright, so here it is.
Hello, Dominic from the future here. Same thing as last time. We're not able to include the trailer in the downloadable version of the show. So you're going to have to pause it here, head on over to YouTube and watch the trailer. The film we're talking about this week is The Inbetweeners 2. So head on over to YouTube, watch that trailer, and we will be waiting for you right here when you return.
So that was the trailer for Inbetweeners 2, and it is a bit, what would you use the word? A bit...
Not PG rated.
Yeah, but we can't use the
Unlike the rest of the show.
But we were just talking about it. We can't use the censored one because
it's
it makes no sense.
nonsensical.
Yeah, because the show is the movie is built around like. So are you aware it's a show also, that it was a show?
I'm aware it was a television
Yeah.
program
Have you
and
watched
that
any
now
of
it
it?
isn't. No.
So
I think I've
watched-
seen one episode.
There's three
intriguing.
seasons, three British seasons, so just short seasons. And there's Inbetweeners, the original movie, which was the first thing I saw, and then I went back and watched the television show. Mm-hmm. And then I watched Inbetweeners 2 last week, which, ladies and gentlemen, if you are acquainted with the Inbetweeners, it is an Inbetweeners movie. It's definitely cringe comedy. Mm-hmm. You spend a lot of time in your seat going, oh no, don't do it, don't do it, oh, no. And then it's enjoyable. Like some people don't. I have friends who can't watch the show because they find it too bad. I really enjoy that it makes me do that. It is one of those shows where it's like if I'm feeling a bit shit, I'll chuck it on and be like, my life is so much better than these people's. Yeah. I went and saw it. It's a movie. Yeah, you can see it if you want. Like it's hard to recognize because I don't know other. This
know
one
what
really
you
comes
mean.
down to your personal taste.
Yeah. I'm not sure how I feel about it because I have seen 1 or 2 episodes of the show.
Yep.
And it was. You know what I mean?
This one really depends.
You need to be in the right mood.
Yeah, you need to be in the right mood. You need to have a good sense of. Like, you need to have your special, the right sense of humor.
I'm not sure I'm going to go to the cinemas to see this.
Yeah, I was happy to go to the cinema. I would have paid for it, but I had a free ticket on my Hoods Rewards, so I got it for free. Which I personally.
This is a movie that if you could get it for free, watch it.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Well, I probably would have paid to go see it. But
Pirate
I try
this
not,
film.
Honestly, I try not to pay to go to the movies most of the time. I try.
You just
yeah.
download bootleg copies off the
I have
internet.
the Hoyts Rewards card, and then I have a friend who gets 50-cent tickets, so I go with him all the time. Yeah, I feel like the
So
cheaper
when
it
I
is to
said a
see a
couple of-
movie, the more you enjoy it.
When I said a couple of weeks ago that you were the sole person supporting the Australian cinemas, you are not.
In attendance, yes. In monetary terms, no. Hard no. But yeah. So it's definitely like I'd pay to go see it once.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't do what I did with Guardians of the Galaxy and pay to see it a few times.
Right.
It's definitely like yes, I had a free time. I had some time to kill. I wanted to have fun, and I went and saw it. It was definitely a good experience. It's better than doing uni work. And yes.
I'm feeling like I wouldn't decline it if the opportunity to watch it came up, but I'm not going to go out of my way to go and see it.
Yeah, Inbetweeners is a hard one because of different people's the way they feel. Like it is definitely very in your face. People, I can imagine people don't like this sort of stuff. But if you're anything like me, yeah, it's pretty good. It's a good way to unwind and chill.
That's
so
good.
For now, we'll go to a song from the movie that's featured. It's an Australian song.
Yes.
So
As
that
is
was
customary.
That was Morgan's Real Talk, and this is Riptide. Hello, you are listening to Morgan and Dom. With our upcoming, we have one of our favorite segments called Unwilling Correspondent, I believe. That's what we're calling it.
Yes, I'm just queuing it up now. Hello, Callum.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
You're on Wake Up with Morgan and Dom. I'm not sure how familiar you are with the show or with this segment. We call it Unwilling Correspondent, and you're our Unwilling Correspondent.
Oh dear, that sounds dangerous.
It is a bit dangerous. What are you up to?
Oh, I'm just on a tram on the way home. Nothing exciting, I'm afraid.
Oh, no, that can be exciting. You can describe your surroundings. You can maybe have a chat to a few people. Correspond, that's what we want.
Yeah, it's called Correspondent.
Well, I'm currently passing H&M near the Burke Street Mall. There's no crazy people on my tram at the moment, but I'm sure that'll change, knowing Melbourne. You never know.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's...
When I get home, I'll probably find a reason to procrastinate not doing homework.
Oh, yes.
What's the atmosphere like where you are currently?
The atmosphere.
Yeah.
Well, as usual on public transport, no one's really talking to each other, and I can't really talk being on a phone, but
Well, that's okay.
yeah, but it's friendly. There's no hostility on here, which I suppose is all you can really ask for.
Hostility. What do you find there is hostility on Melbourne public transport? I'm interested to hear your thoughts on this.
Not a lot of the time, but I'd say that sometimes on public transport, you do get the odd person that's yelling at the top of their lungs, being a bit racist, being a bit sexist or homophobic. You do. I mean, it's a lot less and less these days with political correctness and everything, but you do come across it every now and then.
Do you feel...
Basically, you're saying that we've called you at a bad time.
Very bad time. If uneventful means bad, then yes, you've timed it terribly.
Uneventful in my life usually means bad. If nothing's happening, I'm bored.
Oh, I'm sure you can find an essay or something that you need to keep yourself busy.
Let's not talk about it.
No,
I have 3 essays
not...
and 2 presentations that I'm trying to ignore currently, so let's not bring that up right now. But, yeah.
Tell me, if you give us a sort of news report, tell me, I want you to try and find one story on the tram that you can tell us.
One story on the tram, I can tell you. Oh, gee, this is a tough one. This is really one of the most uneventful tram rides ever.
Well, can you turn that into a...
Decreased lack of eventful behaviour on public transport within recent weeks.
We should rally for more eventful public transport.
Or do you think that the government is secretly trying to, to subdue people?
Well, do you reckon PSOs have anything to do with this?
Oh, maybe. There has been an increasing amount of PSOs.
Yeah, there's a lot of them around.
Do those fluorescent vests emit a sort of...
Does everyone see a fluorescent vest and run hiding? Or does it subdue people?
Even the ticket inspectors, I swear I've seen more in the last few weeks than I have my entire first year at uni.
Yeah, and they've got fancy new uniforms as well.
I reckon there must be something about the new uniforms and the PSOs. Maybe they're a specific colour that triggers your brain into shutting down. And
it's probably all psychological.
I haven't actually seen the new uniform. What is it?
It's like they got this really nice vest thing that's similar to a...
Basically look like SWAT guys.
Yeah, they do look a little bit SWATish. They look more imposing.
As if they didn't need any more of a complex.
Yeah.
We've gone and given them flak jackets.
Yeah, flak jackets, that's the word.
It's ridiculous.
They look very SWAT-like.
What's next? Smiles? Nah, they'll never wear smiles.
They're very nice to you if you compliment their new uniform.
Are they?
I was doing it. They're like, checking my mic. I'm like, it's a very nice new uniform, sir. And he's like, thank you. And he didn't even ask for my concession card. I really
liked the long coats. That was good.
The long coats?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were alright. They were a bit
That was a couple of years ago. That was
I remember
2 or 3 uniforms ago.
I liked the coloured ties that had all the stations on them.
So that's where our taxpayer money's going. New uniforms for the PSOs, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, Metro's a private company now, so who knows?
Well, yeah.
Knowing Tony Abbott, though, he's probably using our money to fund privatised companies.
Well,
so if there's any Liberal supporters listening...
I think he's using the money to fund, apparently, a secret government project.
Fund something.
To make people not act down on trams.
Yeah, it's a secret government program to silence public transport, like you said.
I find that incredibly boring because I've had some amazing experiences on public transport. It's been pretty fun.
It's a pretty boring thing to spend taxpayers' money on.
Yeah.
Why don't we get dancing monkeys on a tram or something?
That'd be cool. Good. I'd pay for dancing. Well, they should have one person on every bit of public transport paid to run amok. To just rant and rave.
Just for entertainment value?
Yeah, just for entertainment value.
Yeah. Well, if you catch any sort of public transport near Frankston, you get that for free.
Yeah, you get that for free. You won't have to fund out near Frankston.
Yeah, true. It just depends on the line, because I'm headed to Brunswick, so it's not as manic an area as it used to be. Not as rough as guts as it was in the 90s, shall we say?
Yeah. So, Dom, I think, just quickly, now is a great time to test out what we previously were talking about, conversation starters. I would like to test my conversation starter again.
Okay, do it.
So, Callum.
Yes?
If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Ooh, that's a tough one. So we're talking basic superpower?
We're talking anything you want. Whatever you want.
Okay, I don't know if either of you two are familiar with Watchmen?
Yeah, I know Watchmen. I'm aware of Watchmen. We are both aware of Watchmen.
In that, Dr. Manhattan has the ability to control basically everything at a subatomic level.
Yep, that's pretty...
I think that would be an awesome ability because being able to control all matter, you could cheat that. So it's basically a plausible way of saying I can have every power.
Yeah, it's pretty OP,
I can make
but
myself fly, make myself
You
go
just
through
hit.
walls.
it's pretty OP. Look, I've asked this question many times. That's a more scientific way. Like, I'd like the power of Dr. Manhattan, whereas some people just go, I'd like all powers. I'd like to have every power. It's like you've got a basis. You'd be like, I'd like to be
like
Dr.
my
Manhattan because then
superpower.
I can cheat.
I'd like my superpower to be the ability to gain other superpowers.
So you'd be rogue.
Yeah, like be a
That's
power
temporarily,
sponge or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
I have to pick one of the basic ones. I'd say probably fly. Just that sense of freedom.
Yeah.
I know it's a very
Dom has a problem with flying. What is it?
Flying's bad. Flying gets you tested on. Everything else you can hide. Flying, you'll want to show it off. You'll want to fly. Wait.
Go on.
Something's happening on the tram. What's happening on the tram?
Oh, it's just one of those announcements. Remember to touch on, touch off.
That's
That's
boring.
boring.
It's basically...
Yeah.
We thought it
There you
was
go,
like,
there's a story.
beware the government pacifiers.
So
Increase advertising on public transport. There you go.
that clearly, the superhero icebreaker is clearly effective, as we can see from our Unwilling Correspondent today.
Yes, thank you very much, Callum. We will leave.
Thanks, Callum.
I want you to go and investigate this government sort of project to pacify the population a bit more.
Absolutely.
And,
all right, then.
I'll talk to you off air.
Yeah.
We'll
Look,
come
if
back
I
with a
dis-
report.
If I disappear off the grid, you know that I found something I wasn't supposed to.
And we will continue to investigate.
Don't worry, we won't let your work go without notice.
Trust
Thank
me.
you. Avenge me.
We will avenge
see you
you.
guys later.
All right, see you later.
See you, Callum.
So that was Unwilling Correspondent for another week. So we're just going to go to a song, and then we'll come back with Dom's Fast Food Corner. So stay tuned, guys. Now it's time for Dom's Fast Food Corner.
Yay! It's the return of a segment that started last week and wasn't going to be a segment, but since I had more to say, we're rolling it over into
Dom
this
apparently has a lot to say about the fast food industry.
I really don't have fast food that often. I've just had a number of experiences that I, would like to talk about.
Possibly why you don't have fast food on a regular basis, because you have terrible experiences with fast food.
Maybe. So, well, last week we applauded Hungry Jack's.
We did.
Congratulations.
That's us clapping. We're
Official
clapping.
fast food member of Morgan. Official fast food restaurant of Morgan and Dom.
Yeah, they haven't contacted us about sponsorship yet, but we saw it's on the way. It's happening.
Yes.
The more we mention
should
it, the
tweet
more
them.
likely
We
it's
should
going
tweet
to...
them.
Yeah.
Subway. This is what I teased at last week.
Subway.
I didn't look back at the beta episode to see if I had mentioned this before. I don't think I did. If I have,
it doesn't matter. People love
whatever.
to hear you complain.
Yeah, repetition's good. That's why we do hate song dedications every week.
Yeah.
But look, Subway intimidates me.
It does.
Oh my gosh, it scares the hell
It's
out
not
of me.
sandwiches. It's art.
Well, okay, that annoys me, number one. You're not a sandwich artist. You make me sandwiches for lunch. Really, come on. There is... And you know what? I dictate the sandwich to you. There's nothing about art.
So you're saying if I'm drawing...
At best, you're
if
a
I'm drawing
sandwich...
something and someone's telling me what to draw, that doesn't count as me
At
being an artist?
best, you're like a sandwich secretary.
Sandwich secretary?
Or something like that.
Well, that's cool.
I
Hashtag.
think that demeans secretary. So...
It's demeaning to secretaries.
You're like... You construct this... I pay you so that I don't have to get my hands dirty when I'm
Sandwich
making
slave?
a sandwich. Sandwich slave. Sandwich servants.
Sandwich servants.
Or maybe just Subway employees.
Subway employees.
I'm happy with that.
That's much more corporate.
Sandwich artist. Ridiculous.
Ridiculous? All right. Now, what intimidates you about Subway, Dominic?
The ordering process. Okay. Subway, I'm never good at the whole... I don't like all of the... I like how I can go into a restaurant, look at the menu, pick something off the menu, and then eat that thing.
Yeah.
You don't have that experience at Subway.
You have to choose.
At Subway, you have to choose. You have this amazing choice of anything that you could possibly ever want to put onto a sandwich.
Yep.
This intimidates me.
Of course it does. It intimidates a lot of people.
And the whole process intimidates me. It's like, you rock up to...
Do you feel like you're being judged for what you have?
Now I do. I didn't before. Now I do. No, I feel like there is too much choice in it, and it scares me. The first time I ever went to Subway by myself, I gave up. Halfway through.
You gave up?
I gave up.
How do you just give up?
It's
like, I'm done. I don't want this. I'm leaving.
I go in there, right? And I think I'm being smart. I pick something off the board. I'm like, I will have that. And
There's still more, though.
You think you're done, but
No,
no,
there's
there's
more.
more. There's like, what bread? Do you want it on? How long do you want it? Do you want salads? Do you want cheese? Do you want it toasted? What type of cheese do you want? What salads do you want? What sauces
do you want? Would you want cookies with that? Do you want a drink? Do you want it in a package?
I said, surprise me. That's how I got to that point.
And what did they do?
It was the best sandwich ever, but I have no idea what was on it.
So you've never done that again?
No.
You've never gone to surprise me?
No, I've never gone to surprise me
I'd like
again
this
because
surprise me.
I'm afraid of the disappointment.
That should be. We're going to do that as a video. We're going to go to a whole bunch of different subways
And
be
just
like,
ask them to surprise me.
That'll be on morgananddom.com.
Okay, morgananddom.com.
But I tell you. Yeah,
But oh no, well, I have managed to get over it in my own way now.
Yeah.
I rock up at Subway and I order the same thing every time, and I've got it down to a pattern.
Yeah.
I've got a sort of cadence. I walk in, I'll go, hi, I'll have
That's the way to do it.
a pizza sub, which I like, on Italian herb and cheese.
Yep.
And then,
Classy.
well, they ask if I want cheese. I go, yes. Cheddar and toasted, yes. That's when I go off and get the drink. Then
Yep.
I come back, and then the salads, lettuce, tomato, onion, olives, yes to barbecue sauce and salt and pepper.
Yep.
Then we're
I
good.
love
and
that you
can-
know this all off by heart. It's wonderful.
Well, and it works fine like that. It works good, and I can order. I've only ever had that one thing from Subway,
Yep.
but because I'm too scared to change it up. But
Yep,
I like it, and
is
it
scary
works.
to changing. See,
And then, well, the problem is you go to some more popular Subways, and most Subways get that right. They've got the sort of cadence down pat, but then the more popular Subways, they have more than one person on the line, and I don't like that because like, when do I switch from you to you? And I'm like trying to be polite. When do I say thank you to you and all of that? I mean, I know you're my sandwich slave, but let me be polite. and then they cut it. I say yes to toasted, and I step away to go and get my drink, and the next person is there asking me what salads I want so that they can pre-prepare them. I'm like, when can I get the drink? And it just overwhelms me at that point.
you just shut down.
It trips me up. I like having the
Yeah.
script. I like
See,
going through that.
When it comes to Subway, I don't like it because it makes me realize how boring I am. So yeah, I'll get meatballs on white with that cheese, the basic cheese.
Well, see, that's
I'll
good.
I'll just get lettuce.
You've got the benefit of being able to decide
no
what you want then.
No sauce, nothing, none of that other no. It makes me realize how boring I am. I literally don't have much on my sub.
Well,
It's just like, no. Do you want any of this? No.
you can try my sub.
No.
It's the pizza sub with cheddar and lettuce, tomato, onions, olives.
Any of you listeners
Salt and
out there,
pepper
if this sub shows up at the radio station, Dom will be very happy.
I'd be. Oh
You've
my
been taking
goodness.
notes.
If somebody could buy me that Subway sandwich for lunch right now, I'd be incredibly happy.
Bit of a late lunch, but we're not going to say no to free food, are we?
Absolutely not. We'll never say no to free food. Free
but
food at morgananddom.com.
Subway, yeah, it's supposed to be healthy, but it is an intimidating process.
Well, this is.
overall.
I think Subway should have chips.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Like, shoot me. But
What if it's just like they could do potatoes, like chop them up and do like
Well-
special potatoes, chips?
Subway is relatively expensive for what you get.
Yeah.
I mean, if it came with chips and was the same price, I'd be very happy.
Yeah, it is pretty expensive.
And-
Lately I've only been eating it when I get like the $5 deal, which is like
And I feel
a
like
drink and a small sub.
I feel like I want chips with it.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's the healthy choice.
That's because
but-
you've been conditioned by McDonald's and everywhere else that does chips
And Hungry
stuff.
Jack's.
Yeah, and Hungry Jack's, of course. Hungry Jack's, which is great and amazing and also cheap.
Yes. Well, yeah. And Subway should really introduce chips, and they should make the ordering process simpler. And then I might go there more often.
I'm sure. We'd like to hear people that feel completely differently to Dominic, though. So if you
Yeah, if you're a normal person and
Yeah.
aren't terrified by interacting with other people,
and aren't terrified of sandwiches,
you can call in on 9214-8956 and we'll put you straight to air, or SMS at 0416.
335-028. Beat you to it.
I was in my voiceover.
Yeah, he was in his voiceover. I beat him to it though. So yeah, that's Dominic's fast food corner for this week. We have
It's not coming back.
it's
not a
not
regular
coming. It's probably not
segment.
coming back because
It's
Dom
the end of fast
Dom
food
has
corner.
some weird things about fast food. But
No,
I do.
that's the extent of my fast food.
All right,
There's
so-
nothing more.
but
Fast
also, I
Food
feel like-
Corner was a mini series.
I feel like we've got a good video idea out of it, and we're definitely going to try and bring that to you people ASAP because I want
Yeah.
to do that. But
I already
until
have.
then,
It's not that interesting.
we are going to go to a song, and then we'll come back with hate song dedications, I believe.
Sounds good.
So here's another song, guys.
Morgan and Dom.
You're listening to Wake Up with Morgan and Dom. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Yeah, pretty good, Dom. How about you?
Yeah, pretty good. You're
We have a
live
caller.
on air. We have a caller for the first time in the history of the show. How you doing? Who are you and what do you want to say?
Look, I'm Jordan. Great show, guys. Love the show. It's by far the best show on 3SR. No kidding. Look, there's some pretty interesting things that happen in the world of fast food restaurants.
Oh no, we're not. Really? We're going to do more fast food corner. I thought we were done with this.
Oh, hey. He is outside the window looking at us right now.
Bit of exercise down from the AD building. But yeah, I mean, I wanted to extend fast food corner out that little bit more.
Mm.
So, just providing my own 2 cents on the story. Subway, it's great, but if you get like those touchscreen ID things and you put your order in and you just wait and order number 304 calls it up straight away, there's your meal.
Is this a thing? Do they have magic touch screens?
Well, they should. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, right, okay,
Yeah,
right,
they
right.
definitely should have that.
And then, guaranteed, if you put like 3 of those in Hawthorne store, you get way more people coming to Subway.
I'd love that because I wouldn't need to talk to anyone. That'd be perfect.
Yeah, and
you could like save it, and you could have an app. Oh my goodness,
Yes.
this would be the best.
QR code Subway orders.
Oh my gosh.
Scan your
You have
phone for your
revolutionized
favourite
my
order.
Revolutionized the Subway industry.
So Subway, if you're listening, tweet out to @Morgan and Dom
We
and
will-
get things rolling. 'Cause
We will
that'd be
cancel
fantastic.
our Hungry Jack sponsorship deals,
Yeah.
and we will.
Well, we've got
Absolutely.
a supposed tweet from Hungry Jacks.
we've got
supposedly.
a counterfeit tweet from Hungry Jack.
A counterfeit tweet from Hungry Jacks asking
Asking us to
look into sponsorship.
Oh, yeah.
Was that your doing?
Yeah, was that you, Jordan?
I'm not going to comment on the above situation. I mean, what happens on Twitter stays on Twitter.
So
That is
are
true.
you as intimidated by the process as me?
Yes and no. I mean, it's a little bit here and there,
Yeah.
You do what you got to do, I guess.
You're right, I suppose. Yeah, I've found my way of coping with it. So
I honestly don't feel as strongly as Dominic does about this issue.
I didn't want to keep talking about it.
Subway. Subway is a store.
Can we end fast food corner now? Are we
We're
done?
putting a definitive stop to
We're
fast
putting
food
it to
corner.
done.
Dom has so many regrets right now, and one of them is fast food corner.
Oh no.
Make it a weekly segment, and then you got Morgan's Real Talk, so why not get
yeah.
Dominic's Food Corner?
No,
Fast food
we're
corner.
not doing. I don't know. You guys are going to make me fat. I'm going to have to go around and eat more fast food in order to have enough content for fast food corner.
Yeah,
Do your weekly review. This week you're going to review the Big Mac from Hawthorne Macca's, and then analyse it.
Yeah, we can,
The
we
lettuce
can bring it
was
in
crispy,
and
but
eat
it
it
could've been more
on
crispy.
air.
No, we're not
Moist.
doing this.
It's,
We're not
the
doing
crust-
fast food corner.
The bun is tempered.
I
It's
think.
I'll make you a jingle for it.
Oh, make us a jingle
Mate,
for Real Talk.
Someone make us a
Yes,
jingle for
I
Real Talk.
Show
I
at
was trying to do that
morgananddom.com.
earlier this week, but assignments took in the way. But I'll try and make one for Real Talk.
All right.
Awesome.
You make us a jingle for Real Talk, email it to show@morgananddom.com, and everyone else make sure to listen to Swinburne. When is it?
Wednesdays, 11 a.m.
Yeah,
And this week, obviously, with Apple's big announcement in the morning, we'll be talking all about the iPhone 6 and the
that'd
iWatch,
be
so
great,
stay tuned.
actually.
Ooh, very nice.
So
Very
there's,
nice. I will
Apple
be
lovers
tuning
out
in.
there.
I'll let you guys go because you've got, 4 minutes to go or something?
I think
Yeah.
we do. I think we do. Thank you very much, Jordan.
Thanks, Jordan. Thanks for phoning in.
No worries. Enjoy the show.
Yeah, see you
All
later.
right,
man.
see ya.
All
And
right, so that was first call. That was interesting.
that was very nice. I'm not doing fast food corner. We are introducing a real new segment though.
Are we?
Yes, something covers. I don't remember what it's called.
Okay, that's okay. You can. We'll keep it as a surprise.
We're not doing it now.
Oh, right. We're doing the new segment now.
Do you want to do it
wow.
now?
Okay, we'll do it
You've
now.
got 4 minutes left.
Let's
I'm
do
not
it.
sure when we're going to
Let's
do it.
Let's do it now. I was going to do it next week. Let's do it now. This is my new segment called Cover Up.
Yay!
Almost forgot what it was called.
Maybe we should have done it next week.
It's slightly punny. But I just thought,
better
like,
than
I was
Real
going
Talk.
through my music library doing the playlist for this last week, and I'm like, man, I have a lot of covers of songs by other bands. So I thought we could turn that into a segment. So this week, I'm doing a cover. This cover I'm playing is a cover of Iris by Goo Goo Dolls, which lots of you may know. This is by a band called Sleeping with Sirens, who I have... Actually, Dom and I went and saw them live one time.
We did,
It was
and
really
you
good.
were like a 15-year-old girl who was about to go and see Taylor Swift. It was
Yeah,
hilarious.
It was amazing. So this is the first ever cover-up song. This is Iris, originally by Goo Goo Dolls. This cover by Sleeping with Sirens. I love you, Callum.
You're listening to Wake Up with Morgan and Dom, or at least
Yes.
you were.
You
This is
were.
the end of the show.
Next up, we've got Sonic Temple.
We do have Sonic Temple coming up right after this. Before we go, it is our tradition, I suppose, to pimp an Indiegogo campaign. It seems
We've done it once, but now it's a tradition.
There's a documentary I'm involved in. Don't get too excited. I'm their location sound recordist. But it's quite interesting. They're going on a ghost hunt. And they're trying to...
cool.
Well, yeah, we've got a dude who's totally, he is like a encyclopedia of spiritualism and the supernatural and everything like that. And he's making a documentary about ghosts and the afterlife and all of that. They're trying to raise a couple bucks just to pay for hotels and all of that. Their Indiegogo campaign is igg.me/@/light-in-the-dark, or one word, /X. And
that'll be up on our
they'll be up on the show notes. Don't worry about that at morgananddom.com.
Get that.
So it's a really interesting project. Read through it. It's going to be great.
I'll definitely check it out.
Check out the Indiegogo campaign. Anything you want to pimp, Morgan?
morgananddom.com.
Of course, yes, morgananddom.com.
So I guess
follow Morgan on Twitter.
Yeah, Morgan at morganfun. So
and,
I guess
we'll see you next week.
Until next week.
Have a really good week, guys.
Yeah, have a good one, kids.
See ya.
Yeah, see ya.
You've been listening to Wake Up with Morgan and Dom. Missed the show? Listen again straight away at 3ssr.org. Or visit morgananddom.com for past episodes on video, behind the scenes, and more exclusive content.
Swinburne Student Radio.
Feel like getting happy? 3SSR now has a free iPhone and Android app. Listen to 3SSR live and connect with our studio on the go. Download it for free now. 3ssr.org/app.
3SSR.